The Real McCoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real McCoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he made Kate Mrs. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia they came to stay in sunny California. Old Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as the Real McCoys.
But Amos, listen to reason.
Look, Frank, just for going out of business or not, you owe me $74 for alfalfa, and I want our money.
Well, I never skipped on a feed bill in my life, but I just ain't got it.
Frank, you sold your horses. You must have some money coming in.
I lost money on every sale. I had to sell them below cost just to meet my bills.
Well, at least you're a better businessman than I am.
How do you mean?
Well, you got something for your horse, and I'm getting nothing from alfalfa.
Now, just a minute, Amos. Nobody can ever say Frank Tilford didn't meet his obligations, one way or another.
Well, give me another minute and I'll say it.
Well, I ain't got any money, but I got 2 fine horses in there. You take one of them, and we'll call it square.
What? Take a horse in payment?
Well, that's what all my other creditors did.
Now, what did we do with a horse?
Work him. He'll earn your money back in no time.
I'm getting my alfalfa back and a big horsehide bag to carry it in. Nope, Frank, I can't do it. Look, my family's over there waiting for me to bring the money. We're all dressed up to go to town to buy things we've been needing for months.
I'm sorry, Amos.
I got so many safety pins holding my overhauls together, it takes me 2 hours to get undressed at night.
Well, it hurts me just as much as it hurts you, but the only way I can pay that bill is with a horse.
A horse? Well, I don't know. Let me see what the family says. I need your vote on something. Frank here's broke and closing out his business. He's giving up the lease on the barn. He's going back to Ohio.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's too bad.
Well, the only way he can pay us is by giving us a horse. What do you think?
Oh, boy, our own horse.
It's plain to see which way Hoot Gibson here is going to vote. What about you, Luke? Kate? Remember, a horse needs feeding and caring for. It's another mouth.
Well, I hate to take it from Frank, but I guess it's the only thing to do.
It looks like we got no other choice.
Well, I suppose not.
If that's the way Frank wants it, I say let's take one.
Oh, boy. Let's go pick him out.
You scratch that paint job and I'll tan your hide. You just don't pay to have nice things with kids around.
Sorry to hear about your troubles, Frank.
It's a shame.
Well, at least I had it good for a while.
Well, we look at him, Frank.
Grandpa, let's get a brown one with a white face and white stockings and...
Ash, I'll decide what kind of horse we pick. Look, there's one thing I'm expert at, that's horseflesh.
Yes, sir.
I was raised with them, worked with them, and practically lived with them.
Back in the good old horse and buggy days, huh, Grandpa?
That's right. When a man lived till he died, not just till he got runned over.
This is Buster, Amos. He's a good, sturdy, hard-working animal. He'll do plowing, cultivating, harrowing. He'll even pull a few stumps for you. Why, Buster here's worth at least...
Hold it now, Frank. Don't try selling me. Now, everybody leave me here for a few minutes, and I'll tell you to a penny what this here fella's worth.
Well, how do you tell him, Grandpa?
Well, first off, you take an overall look at the horse. It has to make sure that everything is there and there ain't no parts missing. Now, on the strength of that, keep in your head the figure of, say, $30.
$30.
Yeah. Now, the next thing us experts does is check his cups.
You mean teeth, don't you, Grandpa?
No, I mean his cups. Now, if they's wore out, that means he's old and he can't work.
Boy, you sure do know a lot about horses. Well, how do they look?
Well, he ain't no spring chicken, and he ain't over the hill yet, neither. He's still got a mouthful of mileage. Just put $12 that $30 it done give you.
Well, you didn't give me no $30.
In your head.
Oh, yeah, now I remember. Now, so far, Grandpa, he's worth $42.
That's right, yes.
What do we inspect next?
The next, legs. Now, we look them over part for part. Just add $5 for good legs and a good sound hoof.
Okay, Grandpa.
And times it by 4.
Because he has 4 legs?
That's right. One on each corner to keep him from tipping over. Well, he check his withers and look at his back here. Good hindquarters. Add another $20, little Luke. Let's see now. I'd say put down $3.50 a personality. Say, you know, this horse is worth a lot more than $70. We'll take him, little Luke. Little Luke. Oh, for the lover. Say now, it's no good to go over this horse. That sturdy fella on the other end's the one we're taking.
Well, Grandpa, we all sort of like this one.
What? Why, this ice cream-colored hunk of crowbait ain't half the horse that other one is. He's a mean knothead, too.
He's got a good disposition. This is a good horse.
Did you see what he done?
Well, he's real gentle with us.
I think he's a very sweet horse, Grandpa.
Yeah, let's take him.
We're taking Buster. Now get out the bill of sale, Frank.
Wait just a minute now. Just a minute, Grandpa. We all got a little something to say about this.
That's right, Grandpa. This is an important decision, and I think we should put it up to a family vote.
Not when one of us is an extra special expert on the thing we're voting on.
Oh, new rule coming up.
Saddle and a bridle go with this one.
Oh, boy. Did you hear that, Luke?
Now, Frank, you got no right campaigning this close to the polls. Now, Frank, you can stay out of my family affairs.
I'll get the saddle and bridle.
Hold it. We ain't voted yet. Now then, all of you in favor of taking this workhorse down there, raise your hands. 1.
I'll get the saddle and bridle.
I ain't finished counting. 1.
Now.
I ain't giving in till the count's taken now. Them what's in favor of this miserable hunk of crowbait.
Come on. Easy, boy. His name is Mr. Rick.
Mr. Rick. All right. Who's for him? 1, 2, 3.
I'll get the saddle and bridle.
I'm finished. Let's get out to the corral, Grandpa.
Look, that horse will wait till your food goes down.
Eating that fast is going to make you sick. Besides, you might as well relax. You're going to have to wait for me. Grandpa might need a little help with that horse.
Now, Luke, you know there ain't no horse around I can't handle. Well, I remember back in West Virginia, there was this great, big, mean black stallion named Dirty Rat.
Oh, come on, Grandpa. The kids are waiting.
Hey, look, your grandpa's talking. Well, this one night, there was a storm to end all storms. It wasn't a night fit for
Man or beast.
You know the story, Luke?
Oh, yeah, well, you told me quite a few times, Grandpa.
I did, huh?
Yeah, but I always enjoy it.
Yeah, well, there we was, cut off, no power, no food, and someone had to get across Muskrat Creek to get the wood to the next town, you see. And there wasn't but one horse we could use.
Dirty Rat.
Now, you never heard this story, so how do you know?
Well, I just put 2 and 2 together.
Well, look, we know you know arithmetic. Just try listening for a spell, will you? Well, there we was. This terrible storm. No saddle, no bridle, and a wild horse. And what'd I do?
You climbed on the horse, you tamed him down, and rode to the next town for help.
Now, you had to go break the whole point of the story, didn't you?
Gee, Grandpa, I just wanted to get to the end quicker. I invited some kids over to watch you ride Mr. Rick.
How many kids you invite?
4 or 5.
Regular audience, huh?
Uh-huh.
And you invite them over special just to see a grandpa tamed his wild beast?
Yep.
Oh, well, what are we waiting for? So you see, boys, that's why you put the bridle on first. In that way, you got the horse under control whilst you saddle it up.
When are we going to get to ride, Grandpa?
Ride. That's all you think of is riding. Now, let me tell you something. There's a whole lot more to riding than just getting on a horse's back. Now, this here part of the bridle, that's called the bit.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess you're right at that. It is kind of a pretty thing, ain't it? You see, that rides on the horse's cups. That's the touchy part of his mouth. And then this here curb chain, that hangs under his chin.
Ah.
Yeah, it's nice and shiny, ain't it? Well, now that you hear the beginning stuff, we'll bring the animal out. Now, kids, just hang on to that fence, because he's a wild one. All right, Peppina, bring him out. Go! Well, he was found till you yelled. Here, that rope. I'll hand it. Come on. Here, horse. Easy, horse. Easy now.
Grandpa, keep him down. There ain't nothing Grandpa can't do with horses. He's the best there is.
You ornery critter. What? Need help, Grandpa? Oh, I'm doing just fine.
Grandpa knows what he's doing. You'll see.
Easy now. Oskaloosa, Tennessee. Boy, he sure is a mean one. He's bad clear through.
What happened, Grandpa? What's the matter with him?
Well, I tell you, little Luke, every now and then you get a hold of a bad horse, and that's just what this fella is. There ain't nothing can straighten him out. Ain't nobody can handle him.
Pino handled him all right.
Caprina? What does he know? Luke, get away from that outlaw.
Think he's bad, Grandpa?
He'll stop you.
Easy, steady.
Steady, boy. Now, God darn it, Luke, you listen. That horse is a bad one. He'll...
Luke's doing swell.
Yeah, beginner's luck. You have to get bucked off any second now. Watch it, Luke. Take care of yourself.
He's riding like an expert. He don't need any help, Grandpa. He's doing keen.
Yeah, he wouldn't even be able to get near that horse if I hadn't softened him up. Why, that hat trick I pulled on him took all the fight and spunk out of him. I just can't look. Saddle on this wild Mustang, I rode him bareback, with nothing to hang on to but a fistful of horsehair.
Did Grandpa really do that, Luke?
Well, that's what Grandpa said he did.
Well, I told you.
Well, I just wanted to be sure.
Well, now, look, you can be goddamn sure of anything I tell you. Since when do you know me to lie about the truth?
Gosh, Grandpa, I only asked a question.
Well, I'll answer the horse questions. Now, this black devil was half Mustang and half thoroughbred.
Gosh, Luke, is there such a thing as that? A half Mustang and a half thoroughbred?
Well, Grandpa told you there was, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but...
Then there is.
Well, now these kids today, they...
Did you see him ride him, Luke?
That don't make no difference. Just listen to your Grandpa.
Now, look, just to satisfy this little toe-headed brain, Luke did see me ride. Tell him about the wheeling rodeo, Luke, when Tom mixed with the Star Traction.
Well, to tell you the truth, Grandpa, Tom Mix was just a little before my time.
Then you didn't see Grandpa ride him.
You saying I didn't ride him, Luke?
Well, if you did, why can't you ride Mr. Rick?
What kind of a family is this? Here a man tells the truth and... Ah! I'm going out on the porch. Leastwise, out there I can talk to somebody that'll believe me. Myself. Now you know who's boss, eh?
Senor Grandpa, I think lunchtime is over. You want to get off now?
Get off? Just when I got him where I want him? I should say not. Get that feed bag off him there and put the bridle on.
Oh, Senor Grandpa, please don't do this. For my sake. Please, I beg of you.
Now, look, Pepino, I appreciate you being fearful for me, but this is something that's got to be done.
But, Senor Grandpa, to risk your life to ride a silly horse...
Look, it's gone a lot further than riding a horse, Pepino. I've lost the respect of my grandson. Why, he thinks his grandpa's just a flapjaw old tail spinner.
Oh, Senor Grandpa, he's just a little boy. He'll get over this.
Well, I don't know. Next thing you know, he'll think I'm lying about farming and fishing and such like.
Ah, I see. It's beginning to ring my bell.
Well, get the bridle on.
See, before I do, can I say one more thing?
Go on.
Senor Grandpa McCoy, I would like to say how much I have enjoyed working for you all these years. I would also like to give you my thanks for all the nice things you have done for me. You were a wonderful man.
Amen. Get the bridle on.
Now, you can't ride him all the time, little Luke. You got to give your friends more turns.
Oh, gee.
Don't go RGing all over the place. Them less fortunate than us what don't have horses has got to have a chance to ride, too.
Well, they'll all get a chance to ride, but only for a couple of minutes apiece. After all, it's our horse.
Whoa. You bloody miserable punk!
Grandpa!
Luke, first thing tomorrow morning, we're getting rid of that critter.
Grandpa, you can't do that.
Now, look, Grandpa.
And don't count on getting much from neither, because he ain't worth a plug nickel. Now that I broke his spirit.
Oh, come on. Don't take it so hard.
He sold Mr. Rick to Jed Porter, didn't he?
Well, there's nothing you can do about it, so there's no sense in getting all simmered up. Now, come on inside and eat your food before it gets cold.
Yeah, like some people's hearts.
Take it easy now. That doggone temper of yours has started this whole thing. You got my whole family stacked up against me. Stop complaining. You're leaving. I'm the one who's got to stay here and look at little Luke and them big wet eyes every day. You'll be over at Jed Porter's with a roan and a couple of colts. Your kind of people.
Gee, sure hope Mr. Porter is good to Mr. Rick.
Don't worry, he will be, little Luke.
Well, Luke, don't forget to tell Mr. Porter that I've been giving him an apple every morning. Well, he kind of looks forward to it now.
I'll tell him. I wonder what's keeping Grandpa.
Luke, don't forget to tell Mr. Porter that he also likes to be scratched behind his ear. Like this.
Don't worry, he'll get his scratching.
Get up there. Ho now. You done you behave. Now, ho. You leather devil, you. Thank goodness we're getting rid of you. You'd make an old man out of me in a week. Oh, doggone. Now see what you've done with all your kicking around? You picked something up in your foot. I can't sell Jed's damaged goods. Now I know you don't like me and I don't like you. But let's try and get along just long enough till I see what's the matter with your foot now. Ho! Give me your foot now. Easy now. Don't kick my brains out. Just make believe I'm somebody you like. Hey, you see that? Oh, doggone, you're trying to spoon with me. Well, I'll be doggone.
I'm at the barn wait for Jed Porter to come. Tate, look!
Little Luke, come out here. Golly.
Give me a hand, little Luke.
Well, I guess Grandpa's an expert on horses after all.
Yeah, and it was just a matter of waiting until the horse got to be an expert on Grandpa.